Hi everyone, welcome to episode 2 of The Final Whistle, the official Surrey FA podcast. I'm your host Athreya, and today we will be bringing you a very special episode. We will be discussing about the Unite Through Football Refugee League. This episode will also consist of the Talk Footy and Surrey Summarise section, where we will talk about all the results from the weekend and the latest news circulating in Surrey. So the Refugee League was launched in September of this year, and it being in its maiden campaign, the league gained some popularity. This league was created by Surrey FA in partnership with Surrey Police and SPHL to provide refugees residing in Surrey with an opportunity to take part in organised football. So to discuss more about this league, we have two special guests with us today. Police Constable Elliot Hartley from Surrey Police and Owais Khan from SPHL are here with us. So, good afternoon to both of you. Firstly, how are you, Elliot?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. And Owais, are you alright as well?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a pleasure being on the podcast. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries at all. So just before we delve into the main segment of the podcast, Elliot, could you just introduce yourself and let everyone know what's your role like in Surrey Police and just what you do on a day-to-day basis with them?
So my name is Elliot Hartley. I'm a police officer with Surrey Police. I've been a police officer for the last 11 years now, and currently I'm working at Mole Valley, based at Dorking, as part of the Safer Neighbourhood team. My job currently is to work with the local community to tackle sort of chronic issues around antisocial behaviour and crime. But the nature of my role is very vast. There's lots of different issues and different community groups to engage with. I'm the old-fashioned Bobby on the beat type officer who's there to sort of engage and be that visible presence of the police. To engage with the community really.
Great. And Owais, could you just touch upon what you do with SPHL as well?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So my name is Owais and I'm the head of communities and customer relations at SPHL. We are a accommodation provider for displaced refugees and asylum seekers. And my role in particular is about going out there within the communities we work in and trying to coordinate and provide social opportunities for the displaced people that we take care of.
That's amazing what both of you guys are doing outside of football. Before we move on to the Refugee League, is it okay, Elliot, if you just provide us a brief overview of how the initial idea came about?
So as a local officer, obviously I became aware that there was a number of refugees had moved into the local area, been housed, and they were all being supported by SPHL. I met with the group and sort of quickly identified that football was the number one hobby and interest for the group, and I really wanted to support them by trying to put on a football match with them. So what I managed to do is I organised a football match at the Meadowbank football ground, which obviously has brilliant facilities, with the Surrey Police football team. So back in March we had a one-off game which went really well, and we which again then we really saw the enjoyment from the refugees, the excitement about seeing the great football facilities, and that match went really well. And it was from there where I met Rob and Eve from the Surrey FA, and it was from then when we started speaking with them about how they could support, and they were really keen to sort of make the project bigger and offering all their advice, skills and facilities to sort of put on a tournament. And it's from there really where we managed to create this Unite Through Football Refugee project, and really rather than just having a one-off match, provide a tournament so that more refugees could to get access to football.
Yeah, it's certainly great how a single match could turn into a full-fledged football league that will run for a period of 8 months, so that's certainly a positive thing to hear. So let's get into the Refugee League. So starting off with you, Owais, what has been your main involvement with the Refugee League? And also, could you just touch upon how SPHL have partnered with Surrey FA to get this Refugee League going?
Yeah, no. So all of this came about with PC Elliot's idea to propose something within the local community. I believe he approached Surrey FA because we at SPHL have a increasingly growing number of refugees and asylum seekers within the Gatwick and Crawley area. We've got around 8 to 9 hotels, and we all agreed that this kind of initiative through Unite Through Football would be great for our cohort of people. So in terms of getting all of our refugees down there, we were providing the transport, we've done the food. We're now looking at contributing towards the football boots and the shin pads and the water bottles as such, and then looking at getting them into some football kit as well, and just sort of providing an ongoing program to keep all these guys engaged, really.
Yeah, that's definitely great to hear. Moving on to you, Elliot. Now, for all our viewers out there, Elliot is a trained operational football officer, also known as OFO, which means that he polices football matches in Surrey and Sussex, including Woking FC, Dorking Wanderers, and Brighton and Hove Albion. So, Elliot, from a police and safeguarding point of view, what are some of the things that we need to consider while hosting this Refugee Football League?
I think from having had the first few tournaments, at the moment everything we've seen has been really positive. It's really nice to really see the joy it brings to the refugees. I think we need to be aware that they've been through quite a lot of traumatic experiences leading up to them arriving in the UK. They're away from their family, friends. They're sort of, been put somewhere where they don't know, with people they don't know, and it's really trying to give them a sense of community and belonging. And that's what we're really hoping to achieve with regards to the football tournament, because refugees are they can be exploited. There are people that may look to get them involved in illegal activities or work or exploit them ultimately for their own financial gain. And it's really around, if we give them that sense of community belonging, it'll make it that more difficult for those people who are looking to do that. If we as the police can build these relationships with the refugees and show that we can support them, it will assist them in coming forward and speaking to us, because a number of different countries have different policing styles than we have in the UK. So they may not be as forthcoming, or may not wish to approach them to engage with them, and the refugees may feel that the police over here have the same approach, which we don't, and we want to make sure that we are accessible to them. They can come and speak to us if there's any problems. And something as simple as putting on a football tournament really helps build those relationships. So from a safeguarding point of view, it's this work where by building the relationship, they are then more comfortable in speaking to us if there are any issues, and like I said, hopefully prevent them from being exploited.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree with everything you just said there. In football as well, we want to create a safe and friendly environment, and that's one of the main reasons we wanted to have Surrey Police involved with this tournament as well. So yeah, you guys are doing a great job, so keep it going. Also, moving on, now both of you were present on our launch date that took place in September. So what was your initial thoughts on how the league went and how the matches went? So I'll start with you, Owais.
Yeah, so I think it went amazingly well to kickstart everything. We had an amazing turnout. It was very, very strong. We had around 7 to 8 hotels participating. bringing the total to around 140 to 150 participants. And you could really see the boost in their emotional well-being just by being there. I mean, the excitement of being at a pristine football stadium, you could see that they just really, really appreciated all of the effort that actually went into it. And it turned out to be a really amazing day. And actually, once everybody went back to the hotel, it became a talking point for at least the next 3 weeks, and there was a lot of excitement for the next tournament and the one after as well. So the fact that the first one went so smoothly, it brought about a lot of hype back at the company and back on the ground as well. And you could really see the change in atmosphere at the hotel. I mean, people came back to our hotels and they were playing football all over again, and they were discussing how their day went and how they're looking forward to the next one. It was really, really great to see.
Well, that's great indeed. It's amazing to hear how people were talking about the Refugee League, and hopefully they can find it positive as well in the next upcoming months. And finally, moving on to you, Elliot. Just like Surrey Police and SPHL have got involved with this league, in your opinion, who else do you think can get involved with community football?
Yeah, so it, specifically in relation to this league, we've received a lot of sort of contact and approaches following the press release and the first sort of opening to the tournament from different refugee groups around the country. So and other sort of refugee groups in Surrey who all really love the idea and they want to get involved. We've had people from local clubs that have donated football boots and other sort of support around getting the tournament up and running, and we're really thankful for that help. I know I've got a number of people that are trying to sort of get together sort of old football boots that the refugees can use during the tournament. So this sort of support that we've had has been really key, and we are keen to sort of grow the tournament where we can to support the sort of more refugees. And we're hoping with the contacts we've made already that we can get more refugees in the sort of Surrey Sussex area involved in this tournament. And I think I know, having spoken with the Surrey FA, myself and SPHL, we're all really keen to grow the tournament and to support as many people as we can.
Yeah, that's great indeed. And for those of you who would like to get involved, you can come down to Meadowbank Football Ground on the 15th of November, where the third edition, or in football as we say, Game Week 3, will be taking place. So do get involved if you certainly feel like. And I would just like to thank you both for coming on this episode of our podcast and sharing your views and explaining to everyone really what the Refugee League is about. So thank you both for your time.
No, thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
For more information about football in Surrey, please check out our website. That's www.surreyfa.com. Also follow us on social media at SurreyFA to stay up to date with the latest news and campaigns. It's now time for Talk Footy, and I'm joined by James from the Surrey FA marketing team.
Hi, Threya, thank you. Yes, as introduced in episode 1 of the podcast, we'll be bringing you the standout results, goals and league positions from across the SFA leagues over the last 2 weeks. So, shall we kick things off with the women's results from the Women's Flexi League, Threya?
Yeah, absolutely. So, to start off with the Women's Flexi Leagues, in the Surrey Super League North, Waltham and Hersham United beat Epsom and Ewell by 1-0. Hersham Mojitos beat Metropolitan Police by 2-1, and Lynn Football Club's ladies also beat West Woking Jets by 2-0. So some decent results there.
Yeah, I see that Lynn FC ladies now sitting at the top of the league with 2 wins from 2 and a healthy goal difference of +5. Met Police are yet to get off the mark with 2 losses, but it's only the start of the season, so still plenty of time to turn things around for them.
Yeah, surely. And moving on to the Surrey Super League South, Merton beat Cranley Women Blues by 4 goals to 2. Cranley Women's Whites team, however, lost 1-0 to Kingswood Blue. Kingswood Aqua beat Reigate Women Football Club Lionesses by 6 goals to 1, so that's a great victory for them. And another interesting result was Bone Blades Whites against Belcombe Bells, where they won 4-2. So some great results there as well.
Yeah, that was a big win from Kingswood Aqua of the 6-1 victory against Reigate. So that means that Merstham and Kingswood Aqua are now joint top of the table, with Cranley Blue, Bourne Blades, Kingswood's Blue and Belcombe Bells all closely following behind on 3 points each. The next set of fixtures for the Women's Flexi League are to be played on the 27th of November. Shall we head on to the men's results now? Starting off with the Surrey Enhanced Border Football League.
Yeah, so in Division 1, we had some interesting games. Virginia Water's first team beat Salmon Houses by 5 goals to 1. A hat-trick by Lewis Biddulph helped them seal the victory. And another thriller, Wanderers against Pixham North. Pixham North End, it ended 3-3. So, yeah, some great results there as well.
Yeah, nice one. I saw that Ryan Luff also bagged a brace there in that fixture between Wanderers and Pixham North End. So that means that Guildford Albion are now sitting top of the table with 5 wins from 5. But if Corinthian Guildford first get a win from their game in hand, they can leapfrog Albion to go top spot.
Yeah, for sure. And moving on to the second division, and these games actually happened last weekend on the 23rd of October. Virginia Water Athletic beat Byfleet Town Reserves by 5 goals to 1. A hat-trick by Daniel Broadbear helped them seal the victory. And Park Barn also suffered a huge defeat to Woodham Victoria's first team. And a hat-trick by Stephen Stubbs and a brace by David Stubbs helped them grab that impressive victory. And finally, moving on to this weekend's fixtures in the Division 2. Byfleet Town Reserves beat Corinthian Guildford by 5 goals to 0, and Bisley All Stars beat Manor Athletic by 3 goals to 2.
Yeah, there's some fantastic wins in there, particularly that Woodham Victoria first win 7-1 against Park Barn. That's an incredible result. Also the 2 hat-trick. Oh no, 1 hat-trick and then a brace. So that leaves Woodham Victoria top of the league with 4 wins from 5. And Park Barn sitting bottom of the league with only 1 win from 5. So we'll look to turn around their season in their next fixture against Virginia Water Athletic Firsts. Yeah,
I'm sure they'll look to bounce back. And moving on to the Surrey County Intermediate League in the Western Division. So in the Premier, we've got AFC Spelthorne beating Chingford by 5 goals to 0. Naphill Athletic, however, suffered a huge defeat to Cranley, losing 6 goals to 0. I would say the game was pretty much sealed after the first half when they were losing 4-0. So yeah, it's an impressive victory for Cranley. And Queen's Park Rangers grabbed an important victory against Lightwater United by beating them by 3 goals to 2.
Yeah, that huge 6-0 win means Cranley are top of the league. This convincing victory, despite having one of their substitutes sent off during the game as well. So also a much needed win from Spelthorne as they look to build on that result and climb up the table.
Yeah, absolutely. And moving on to the Premier Reserves Division, the standout fixture was between Shortermill and Hazelmere against Guildford United, where Shortermill won 4 goals to 3. So yeah, I'm sure that was an interesting game considering there were 7 goals.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and just to round up the top 40 segment, we've got the Surrey Premier County Football League, and in the Premier Division, AFC Royal Holloway beat Farley Rovers by 2 goals to 0, and Staines and Lammas were held to a draw against Lynn Seniors.
Well, that 2-0 victory by AFC Royal Holloway sends them to the top of the table, so a very important result for them.
Yeah, for sure. So that rounds up the Talk Footy segment. It's now time for Sorry Summarise. In this segment, we will keep you up to date with current activities and campaigns across Surrey FA. We will kick this off with the Rainbow Laces campaign. Can you tell us more about this, James?
Yeah, so the Rainbow Laces campaign complements the work clubs are doing to promote inclusion and diversity in football. This year we have 2 campaign periods. The first ran between the 19th and 31st of October, so it's just come to an end, and the second is due to run between the 18th and the 21st of December. During this time, we have been encouraging grassroots clubs in and around Surrey to show their support to the LGBTQ+ community and highlight the work they are doing to promote a welcome and inclusive environment. This includes identifying areas to promote LGBTQ+ inclusion at their football clubs, designating a match day to the Rainbow Laces, and sharing the matchday event across their social media platforms using #SurreyInRainbow. We've provided clubs with Rainbow Laces and asset packs for social media platforms in order to facilitate this support.
Yeah, this is a fantastic initiative, and it's been great to see the support across all tiers of football. Not just in grassroots. For example, seeing the Premier League clubs wearing the Rainbow Laces armbands over the weekend. Yes, it is really great to see. And another key update is that Surrey FA is supporting the FA's first National Silent Support Weekend to promote good behaviour on touchlines across grassroots and youth football.
Yeah, this is due to take place on the 5th and 6th of November, so this next weekend, encouraging spectators and coaches to show their support during the match through applause only and refraining from talking or shouting. This is to create an enjoyable, safe and developmental experience for all youth players, so that they can play the game with freedom and without pressure, and ultimately without an overemphasis on the winning at all costs kind of mantra.
Yeah, and they should provide them with a better opportunity and environment to find their own voice, and most importantly, have fun while playing football. So yeah that's great indeed. Our final update is that Surrey FA proudly supported the National Safeguarding Campaign Play Safe on the first week of October.
Yeah, this is the campaign's second year of running, and it is officially supported by the NSPCC as well as the Premier League, EFL, Barclays Women's Super League and Barclays Championship. So as a county, we handed out PlaySafe armbands to those who visited Meadowbank, and members of our team travelled around the county to deliver armbands to team representatives. Staff also attended matches across the weekend to show their support.
Alongside PlaySafe, we also supported the NSPCC's Keeping Your Child Safe in Sport Week campaign, as we continue to encourage parents and carers to take the necessary steps to help keep their children safe in football. Parents play a huge role in their child's confidence, enjoyment and performance in sport, and it is important that adults are equipped with the right guidance to keep their children safe from abuse. And you can continue to play your part by taking safeguarding courses through the FA, or find helpful resources and advice on the NSPCC website. And yeah, that concludes the Sorry Summarize segment for this week. Thank you for tuning into the second episode of The Final Whistle, the official Surrey FA podcast. We hope you enjoyed hearing about Elliot, Hartley and Owais Khan's involvements and experiences in the United for Football Refugee League, and hopefully this inspired you to get involved with community football in some way. Make sure you tune in on Thursday, 17th November, for our next episode, where we will be joined by Justine Thompson, the founder of Brighton Seagulls Football Club, which is an independent grassroots football club run for and by women and non-binary people. Until then, it's a goodbye from everyone here at Surrey FA.